Lesson 57, operations with small numbers in scientific notation. So when we are multiplying two numbers with the same base and different negative exponents, we still add the exponents. For this example, 10 to the negative fifth times 10 to the negative third is just going to be equal to 10 to the negative fifth plus negative 3, which is 10 to the negative eighth. When you are dividing, this is the part that is really hard for kids to be able to remember. We are subtracting the denominator from the numerator, the exponent of the denominator from the exponent in the numerator. So when you have minus a negative, it becomes plus a positive. So we have negative 5 plus 3 is 10 to the negative 2. And if you remember, the negative exponent means to write it as a reciprocal, which is 1 over 10 squared. We don't actually have to write that in our notes. Same with the 1 over, in the beginning, 10 to the negative 8th would be 1 over 10 to the 8th. So when we are multiplying 10 to the 5th times 10 to the negative 3rd, we add 5 plus negative 3 is 2, so it's 10 squared. 10 to the 5th divided by 10 to the negative 3rd, we subtract the exponents. 5 minus a negative 3. So when you have those negatives in there, you've got to be really careful to watch your signs. So 5 minus negative 3 is what number? It's 5 plus 3, or 8. When you multiply or divide in scientific notation, it's the same as what we talked about before. Here we have some examples. 3 times 10 squared times 6.5 times 10 to the negative 4th. We switch the two middle numbers. So we have 3 times 6.5, and then we have 10 squared times 10 to the negative 4th. So 3 times 6.5 is 19.5 times 10, and you have to add the exponents. 2 plus negative 4. 2 plus negative 4 is negative 2. So we have times 10 to the negative 2, 19.5. Now we need to move the decimal over to the left one because there's two digits here and we're only allowed to have one. So we have 1.95 times 10 to the negative 1. So remember, if you move the decimal to the left, then you have to add 1 to the exponent, and negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. When we divide 3.2 times 10 to the 6th divided by 2 times 10 to the negative 2. We can separate these out as two fractions. 3.2 divided by 2 times 10 to the 6th divided by 10 to the negative 2. So we have 3.2 divided by 2 is 1.6 times, and we have to subtract the exponents. So 10 to the 6 minus a negative 2. 6 minus negative 2 is the same thing as 6 plus 2, or 10 to the 8th. So we have 1.6 times 10 to the 8th. And that's the end of the lesson.